What's up, y'all? Welcome to Mackin with Mac. Got my boy Victor here with me.
Peace, peace.
Appreciate you coming on the show today.
No doubt, no problem.
As you see behind me, Victor, self-owned businessman right here. Got a truck right here with us. Now tell me what's about your truck.
It's the Green Machine. Green Machine 856. We are a smoothie company. What we do is offer strictly smoothies to all of our customers, as well as we are a vendor for sea moss. So we also disperse sea moss from our truck.
Okay, good. So you give out the sea moss shots?
No, I don't give out the sea moss shots as of yet. That's coming down the line. But as of right now, we put the sea moss in one of our smoothies. You can actually add it to any one of your smoothies you like for an additional $1. But we do have one smoothie that strictly just has sea moss, and then we also have 16-ounce made up jars of just the gel.
Yeah.
We already had that made up, and if you want to get the raw sea moss and do it all yourself, we also have the pounds of that as well. Right now we're doing 1 pound bags, and we have 2 pound bags, but we'll evolve as the demand goes up.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah. So what made you want to go down this path when you're on the health tip?
So the health tip started a minute ago. So I graduated from Norfolk State back in 2007 with a degree in exercise science and kinesiology, and I always wanted to do something for the community when it came down to health.
Yeah.
Once I learned more of the science things, I really didn't know nothing about really working out besides playing, sports and stuff like that.
Right.
And I learned a little bit of the science, but for those that really work out there on a regular basis, they know that you got to really get in the gym and really learn it. And so I went right into out of college. I went right into working for one of the big gyms out here. I was the assistant manager there, and it was always about health. So that was around the age of 22 or so, and I just stuck with it. I continued to work out on a regular basis, and then my goal was to really create something for those that are 55 and older. So the 55 and older community. I want to eventually have my own customized gym strictly for them.
Right.
But bringing a younger feel to it, but really be strictly focused on them. I was kind of inspired from my mother getting a little bit older, and my grandmother, being the age she was at the time. So I was kind of inspired that way. So then, fast forward to 2018, I opened up my first business, which was my hair salon. My wife, that's what she does. She does hair. She's been doing hair since she was a little girl. So we partnered. Obviously, I did one end. I did the behind-the-scenes things for the salon, and she's right there, the face of the salon. That was 2018. But even back before that, 2015, I made it in my mind that I got to get out of corporate America. I had to get out of corporate America. I had the skills of sales, and I had the skills of exercise and knowing about the health. I did multiple things in the community in regard to health, but I had to get out. I had to get out of corporate America somehow, some way. But I just couldn't just up and go. So we put a plan together. Wife stopped her job. I told her, look, I'll pay for everything. You go back to school, get your certificate, get your license in the hair game, and then we'll start there first. So once we got the salon up in 2018, I said, all right, she's good. Now it's time for me. Now we generate some money. Now, a year and a half, 2 years been going past. Now we in the end of 2019. And I walked away from corporate America. And I had this as an idea. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to be in the community. Obviously give away awesome smoothies, but more importantly, really motivate people from our story. And then if you look at our truck, we'll probably dive into in a second about the truck. We do show motivational videos as well. It's all about motivation, really inspiring the youth and inspiring people that look like me, people that operate like me, and just really inspiring this community with our smoothies. That's kind of like the backstory where it's all at.
That's what's up. Yeah. So like you really had a plan to set out and leave corporate America and start your own thing. Not only did you start your own thing, you put your wife in the position first where she be good,
right?
And then you capitalize off that, and then you came out with the truck,
right?
So, and the steps of taking this, the steps of doing this, what would you say was your biggest obstacles? What did you need to overcome in order to make this into reality?
Man, perseverance, man. I think perseverance is the biggest thing. So prior to us having the truck, I'm gonna say 2019, I walked away from corporate America. COVID hit, March 2020, right?
Yeah.
So the salon got shut down, right? Prior to, through the month of February, the middle of January to like March, I was giving out our smoothies for free in our salon. We just give them out every week to make sure people really like them. You know, make sure people really give some feedback.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, so then we lost that outlet. We lost the outlet of obviously our revenue stream got hit drastically. I had some money saved up, but obviously one of our breadwinners right now at the time was our salon.
Yeah.
So once COVID hit, right. So once that shut down, we had to shut that down. We said, all right, well, listen, at the end of the day, we got to continue to pivot. One thing I have learned, and one thing I would definitely keep people, one obstacle we had to kind of overcome is learning how to pivot in your midst of hitting your vision. If you can't pivot and you can't move a certain way to get to your ultimate goal, it's going to be really hard for you to achieve that goal because everything else is going to come up and try to shut you down, right? So,
on that downfall, you can't let those signs small just
knock you down.
Back.
Correct.
You know how to keep going forward.
Correct.
And go around it.
Correct.
Like you said, you got to pivot.
Yeah. So, we're like, all right, we're going to start selling our smoothies. So now we wasn't making no money from our smoothies. Now we're going to start selling them in our community. So right from our car, we kept making smoothies. Before you know it, people was just sitting at home. They was on social media all the time. They seeing us. So me and my wife have a little bit of an influence in this area, this community, this is where we're from. Okay. So, a lot of people in social media start seeing us selling our smoothies, and they start to support it. So, but I would say perseverance, because if I would allow COVID to stop me, it was a problem. And then on top of that, I kept getting declined because I needed a business loan. So we went through multiple different things to get a business loan to get this up and going. I don't want to go through loans, but sometimes you got to acquire debt to make a lot of money. That's a whole different topic. So fast forward a little bit further, we ended up getting approved for some financing to start the business. Officially, we had enough established within our hair salon, so we had enough established to get to the point where we are right here with the truck. So that's it. And then as of October of 2020, we actually officially launched our truck being open at the Boston Township Outlet.
Yeah, so y'all super new.
Yeah, we super new. Yeah, October. I mean, obviously it's been a process for the last 2-3 years. Yeah. Written down on paper, vision, in your mind. I had to, we had the picture and everything of that nature. So that's been going. But we
first
really.
Step of manifesting.
Yeah, we manifested. Yeah, you got to see it. Right.
You take the action.
And you take action. So the main thing is action. So to answer your question, perseverance. You know what I mean? To keep pushing.
Right.
And make sure you do something that really you like. If you can do it for free, it's great. You know what I mean? And this is something that we were doing for free before we even started doing it. Giving out game in the health world, we were doing that for free. Being an example. We were doing that for free. That's something that we do.
Right.
So yeah, so that's kind of it.
It's crazy. I would like to eventually all of them I know to go back to school just so I can get certified in health field, because I work out a lot and I try to give out little motivational things.
Okay.
Doing the way you did it though, you did it the correct way though. Like school first, got your credentials, everything's on paper.
Yeah, correct. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the correct way. I just think it was just a path that I took. I thought of things. I mean, there's trainers out there, and there's people that never went to school that knows way more than me, with me having a degree. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a path that I took. I was afforded to have some money. I played some sports in high school, so they gave me money to go down there and play ball. I played football down there in school. So, why not get a degree in something that I really do? I mean, I really truly like and love. I'm really passionate about health.
Right.
So that's the reason why. But I wouldn't say it's the correct way. Yeah. I like I said, I think it was more.
I don't even mean to say correct way. I mean it's the way that both people respect.
Yeah.
When I come talking my stuff to people, it's like they look, oh, what field did you study?
Right.
I read. For me.
Yeah, right. And I mean, I think that a lot of people, we're groomed to think like that. Especially in this country, we're groomed to think like that. You got to have a degree, otherwise you don't have a degree. It don't mean nothing. Nah, that's not how it kind of works, because at the end of the day, you got to master your craft, right? So if you master your craft, but you don't have a degree, what's more important? Having a degree, which don't become you're not a master at the craft, or actually putting in the work to read books, to study, to do the different things that you need to do to make sure you can take this person from this phase, this part, where they are right now, to this end goal. It's a process. So, at the end of the day, yes, in order for you to get that corporate job or for you to get get that certain, working a certain gym, you got to have some type of paper, you know what I mean? But I know people that they know a lot, and all they did was they got the BS certification, but when it comes down to their training methods, they know more than people who have these master's degrees and PhDs, it's because they became a master, they became disciplined, they became, focused on what they needed to do.
And that 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours minimum, right? Minimum 10,000 hours, and that's another thing we try to build here. We put our hours in here. Where I'm not a master in smoothie. I mean, I've been doing smoothies since I was a child. I mean, I've been doing these all my life.
Yeah.
But they actually give it out to the community, look behind the science behind it, learn the operation of running the truck, learn different things. I need to become a master. I'm not a master yet. Is our smoothies great? Yeah, they good. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that based on what the community said, right? Oh, you had one. You had one.
Definitely good.
So yeah, that's it.
So would you say, like, during the pandemic, being though that you got CMOS and that you can give that out and you give out the knowledge, would you think that this pandemic helped in a bad way, but it helped a little bit? Like, customers gravitate to your truck because they want to get a healthy drink?
Yeah, absolutely. The pandemic has been a blessing in my family. We, as you know, from a positive standpoint, we always try to keep our focus on positivity as much as possible. And we could have really folded as a family over this little hiccup of COVID and shutting down our business and stuff like that.
Right.
But like I said, like at the end of the day, when it comes out of the pandemic, like, made people more knowledgeable as far as being, like you said, being aware. They understand how important vitamin C is.
Right.
You get a lot of that from fruits and vegetables.
Right.
They got to start understanding, all the minerals and vitamins you got in your body is going to help you prevent from getting COVID. So the CMOS, one big thing about the CMOS, it helps bring your body back down to that alkaline state. It's just a process, but it does help in that process of getting mucus out your body. So now people are starting to YouTube certain things, and on the truck here I got Alfredo Bowman, and for those who really know who Alfredo Bowman, that's AKA Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi is somebody that now people YouTube and they find out a little more about him and what he's saying about food.
Crazy. I never knew that was his real name.
Yeah, that's his real name, Alfredo. Yeah, Alfredo Bowman is his real name.
Yeah.
So that's why we put him on the truck. He's been inspiring. He's been very motivational for us.
Yeah.
And people are starting to see that now. I mean, people come to the truck like, I heard about the CMOS. Because now people are starting so concerned about their health right now.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, absolutely, the pandemic definitely helped bring more awareness to health and people seeking out us right now.
Yeah, I noticed that myself because I started listening to Dr. Sebi back in 2016.
Okay.
I started listening to Different Waters and he's talking about Dr. Sebi. So I said, let me Google this man and see what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Then he part of the reason why I went vegan.
Okay.
Not though.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely had that influence on people without a doubt. You know what I mean? And he has a lot of major keys in multiple areas of his life. It's not just health. It's a lot of different things that go behind Dr. Sebi. So, he's definitely somebody who's gonna live forever.
Right. Now, what's the story about your locks?
Story about my locks. I mean, it's a couple different things when it comes to my locks. A lot of people, they grow for different reasons. For me, I just want to be more in tune with myself.
Right.
It symbolizes for me getting rid of dead weight materialistically, and corporate America as well. I felt as though the position that I was in at the company that I worked for, I couldn't wear my hair freely. I couldn't do certain things. I couldn't move. I couldn't have a beard.
Even if they don't say that, you see the eyes.
You see the eyes.
Yeah.
You feel the vibes.
Yeah.
Just off of your hair. That's not. I mean, your hair doesn't really dictate your intelligence. However, in this realm, in this world, and people who think on a low frequency, it does.
Right.
So. It for me, it symbolizes growth. For me, a lot of it, freedom. I also got a tattoo of a feather on my arm as well, which also symbolizes that as well. So it's about growth, freedom. I actually started my locks right at the beginning of 2020. Right as soon as I left corporate America, my locks started.
Right.
I started growing my hair a little bit before then, but I got my locks started right at that time.
So it symbolizes the new journey, though.
A brand new journey, exactly. A brand new journey. And then it's multiple different things as far as being in tune with the earth. The way our hair grows towards the sun.
Right.
A lot of different things. You know what I mean? But for me, it's definitely growth, freedom, and strength.
Right.
without a doubt. That's what the beginning of my lock journey is symbolizing, without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So, would you say that being in tune with nature and being on the health tip is kind of go hand in hand? It's helping you present the smoothies in the best way you can.
Right.
Help serve the community.
Right. And then in my opinion, when you move that way, you're very authentic in what you say to people.
Right.
You know, and people can feel that. They can feel spirits. Spirits feel spirits.
Right.
So when you're in tune, you find it took me a while to get to this point. You know what I mean? Now I was drinking milk, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 1%, but I was still drinking milk 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I'm drinking milk 5 years ago too.
Yeah, so it takes time to get to this point of, growth. And like I said, when it comes down to, not only I live this, if anybody who knows me, they know, Victor's always been on this type of health tip.
Right.
He always saying, so he always trying to motivate people. He's always trying to inspire people.
Yeah.
So this been way before the truck. This is who I am.
Right.
It was a part of who I am, I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely helped a lot. Definitely helped a lot. Being in tune within your spirit, and when you're in tune with yourself, your body's starting to operate a certain type of way as well. It's so much thing I can go down the line as far as how I eat. I don't eat a lot of food. Do I eat my nutrients in? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do I drink a lot of smoothies? I do.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I drink my smoothies now. But it definitely all helps me really be in tune even with the sun. I don't even sweat, and I don't even get hot. I sweat, but I don't even get hot like I used to in the summertime because of the way I eat now and the way that I move. So yeah, I would definitely agree that being in tune with your spirit, being in tune with the way you eat and your body, it makes it a lot easier for you to present it to the community and to the world. And then some of our competitors, they don't really live this. I'm not. If other companies out there, it's especially when they get to the big part of corporate, they don't really live that. A lot of them don't live that. A lot of them are out of shape. A lot of them can't really give you really good game about what's really going into your body.
Even sometimes, even if they do live the life, once they become bigger than what they ever started, what they ever foresee for the company to be, like once they get corporate wise, once they sell it or become a
corporation.
Not corporation. When they become
franchise.
Franchise.
Yeah.
Become partnership with franchise with other companies. They get too big.
Yeah.
Then they start losing authenticity.
Yeah.
Then they start cutting corners and putting it instead of going all organic, they start putting the GMO stuff in there.
Yep.
Even if they live the life they sell, because some people they let the money get to them. So now a brand that you can get for years, and you gotta worry about if they still good or not.
Right. And down the line, we will open up opportunities for franchising once we build up enough trucks and obviously a lot of momentum, and it takes a lot to get to that point. But that is one of our long-term goals. And when we get to that point, being who we are as a company, as a business, will be our foundation, our rock. I don't care what partner comes in, we won't change that because it makes business run easy. When you ain't got a BS and when you ain't got a front and when you don't have to, be somebody or be something that you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to, if somebody wanted you to pull up anywhere in Jersey, all you gotta do is hit you up on the brand.
Yeah. So we have a website, thegreenmachine856.com. We have a calendar on there that is linked right to our business calendar as well, so you can see exactly where we are. And then if we need corporate events or anything like that, like a corporate event, at that time, we will discuss at that time. You give us a call, 856-404-0132.